Yes, Miguel with the Skyrim references. Okay, let's go. Let's get going here. Hi. Hello there. Welcome back. We're here again. Look at this. Somewhat of a bit of a semblance of a tiny bit of consistency when it comes to watch-alongs. 2 days in a row. Hey. Of course I would get that reference, Miguel. Skyrim's one of my favorite games of all time. But yes, we're here. Speaking of games, this is a big one in football. Derby della Madonnina, Milan derby, and it's in the Champions League semifinals to boot. Last time this happened, 02-03. 02-03? 01-02? 02 was involved. I'm pretty sure it was 02-03. I think. But yes. AC Milan, of course, got through on that occasion. They got through on away goals, which is kind of a funny thing. As I said in the preview to this video, or to this round, I think it was 02, then 03. Yeah, good one there, diving down. Because, yeah, then they met in the quarterfinals. I was talking about semifinals, Milan derby, but in the quarterfinals, in 04-05 season, it was 5-0 Milan. But anyway, yeah. This should be fun. This should be a fun one. At least I hope it will be. Yesterday, what did we think of Real Madrid versus Manchester City? Look, it wasn't a goal fest, but it was still an entertaining match. There was still a lot to take from it. Starting in goal for AC Milan, Mike Maignan, Magic Mike, of course. Then we have Davide Calabria at right back, Simon Kjaer and Fikayo Tomori as center back, and Theo Hernandez. Then Sandro Tonali and Radek Krunic in the midfield. Salamakers, Ismail Benacer, Brahim Diaz, and Olivier Giroud round out the starting 11. So no, there is no Rafael Leao to start in this one. We'll see what happens. Is he in the team? No, he is not in the team. So we will not see him in this game. He is not in the squad. How about Inter squad? Andre Onana in goal, of course. Of course. He's been playing very well for them this season, hasn't he? Bastoni, Acerbi, and Darmian at center back. Then you have Dumfries as the right wing back. DeMarco as the left wing back. Sorry, my brain was buffering there. Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, and Barella in the midfield. Çalhanoğlu, will he be playing a deeper role? Seems to be so. And then up front, Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko. No Leão is a loss. I assume he was injured. Yeah, he came off injured just 11 minutes into their match this weekend. So he is out. He had some discomfort in his groin. It was always going to be touch and go as to whether he would make it to this match, but it was impossible in the end, I guess. We'll see for the second leg. Apparently, it wasn't that bad of an injury. Discomfort or fatigue in the groin, I believe they said. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Are we ready for this one? What are your predictions? Get them in. Roll them in. Roll them in. Waffle, how are you? Diving down. Jose. I mean, there's a lot of spam from this Neymar kid. Holy moly. Wafa, Justin Yee. Stilao, Midnight, Elizen, CM Pro, Lionheart Fitness. Hello, everybody. The King is saying AC Milan 2-1 Inter over Inter. 1-0 either way, says Elizen. So he's calling for 1 goal in this one. San Siro is looking nice. It's looking like a classy stadium from the outside, no? Paint sniffer, Lukaku hat-trick. Off the bench. Coming off the bench to get that hat-trick. Okay, let's see it. Marco Chavez, do you stream on Twitch? I do not. I have no presence on Twitch, my friend. Yeah, Miguel. I saw that news this morning and I immediately held my head. I immediately got a light headache when I read that news about the referee for Benfica. Not nice. Midnight saying I'm a neutral and I don't care, but if I had to bet my money, Inter Milan 1-0. Philippe Lebrevière, what's up, man? Sorry about Pacific FC the other day. Sorry that my boys had to do that to you. But at least Montreal beat Toronto, right? We're united there. We are united there. Yeah, I know, Miguel. It is an interesting choice. It is very much an interesting choice. I don't know how this one's going to go. It's really difficult to call because, and I went over this in my video, so apologies if you heard it already, but Inter just seems like they're really catching form at the right time. They're really in good form at this moment. Inzaghi has proven to be a very good cup manager. He finds a way through all the time. He finds a way to win all the time. So I'm leaning towards Inter, but in a derby, I mean, you never know. Form goes out the window, as they always say, and you never know what's going to happen in a derby. Those tifos are nice. That one from AC Milan is huge. That is a beautiful tifo from AC Milan supporters. And then in the Curva Nord, where Inter supporters are, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's right, man. Montreal, that was a nice win. Now we got to do it on Saturday, too. Pirates Rock saying, calling for a draw in the first leg with plenty of yellows and maybe a few reds. Look, I'll take it. I'll take it. So long as I'm entertained, I don't mind. Does not bother me. Chandler Smith, how are you? Good to see you. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well. Had a very busy day of editing this morning. And then I continued editing. Editing. Giroud masterclass is my prediction, says Chandler. Okay. I mean, he is a big game boy. Leif, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the mods. Leif and Miguel. Yeah, free mind. That Dumfries and Teo sort of beef. Hoping it's reignited in this one. Really hoping so. Hide your beer and pretzels. John, how are you? How's your unpaid intern doing these days? He's doing great. He's doing fantastic. He's still unpaid, so he's happy. I'm joking. John, you were talking about Paco, right? Or editor Adrian? Which one? Do you use Resolve or Premiere Pro for editing? I actually use neither. I'm a Final Cut boy. I know. Frowned upon by some. Frowned upon by some. But I'm a Final Cut boy. Sorry. Sorry about that. Adam, good to see you. Mythical ZC says, great to have these back. Missed out on last night because of no internet connection out for 9 hours. And last night's game clashed with Eurovision. Hey, man, priorities. Get that Eurovision in there. But thanks for coming out, Mythical ZC. Great to see you, man. Yeah, both are unpaid interns, John. Better than Premiere, at least. Yeah, I mean, some people say that Final Cut is... I don't know why. I guess it's the magnetic timeline. Look, I'm not going to talk about editing programs during this match. The match has started, by the way. But, yeah, some people don't like the magnetic timeline, I guess. There is our first little instance of Theo Hernandez and Denzel Dumfries clashing. Dumfries just flicking it past Theo. Theo leaving the hip in. Sorry, MJ Vlogs, I don't remember you. Sorry. But you keep on repeating it. Won't help me remember. I wish that was the case. I wish that someone could just ask me a question I didn't remember the answer to 1,000,000 times and then suddenly I'd remember it. But it won't happen. It won't happen. Bastoni. Good switch of play to Dumfries. Good control by Dumfries. Magnan. I mean, look, this sounds like famous last words, but I feel like we're going to see something. I feel like we're going to see some fireworks tonight. I know if I've jinxed it, I apologize. But it just feels electric. Maybe it's just the atmosphere. That could be it. Hopefully the play will match the atmosphere. Mkhitaryan trying to cut inside. Good tackle there by Krunic. The introvert. We're going well. We're going well. Ugh. Looks like my stream is behind by about 45 seconds again, guys. Apologies. It should have been us. Yeah. If only Benfica wasn't horrible in that first leg. Yeah, Brendan, and as you're saying with Lukaku here, maybe just in general, how good he's been. Sort of since the March international break, Lukaku has been pretty damn good, but maybe they've identified, look, he's more of a guy that comes off of the bench in the second half and is this huge problem for opposing tired defenses to contend with. Maybe that's sort of the thinking right now for Inzaghi. Because Dzeko's been getting some goals lately as well, no? At least a couple. Feels like we're in the year 2007, both Milans in the semis. Yeah, it's nice to have the Milan teams back. It's nice. Well, Inter's been in the Champions League the last few years, at least. AC Milan building off of last season, in here once again. Now they just need to sort out their domestic form to ensure that they actually finish in the top four again. Oh shit, DeMarco. I did not realize that he was hiding baldness with that bleached hair. News to me. Tactical bleach. I didn't realize that. Very important analysis here on the Rabona TV watch-along program. Does Dumfries have dirt on Inzaghi? I don't know what it is. He seems like he's just one of those players where managers love him, but for supporters, it's difficult to see. There's plenty of players like that. I mean, at Benfica, we had a few. We've had many who seemingly have dirt on the manager. Who got grilled on term watch? DeMarco. Orlando with a good point. I don't know if this will be the last time in the San Siro, and it's a derby. Historic. Wait. The last one? Aren't they only getting... Orlando, fill me in here. Aren't they only getting going on the new plans? Like, have they even broke ground yet on the new stadium? Won't it take a couple of years to make it? Jonathan, you're in Montreal for work? Oh, okay. So, in my opinion, the best poutine that you'll get is Chez Claudette. It's in the Plateau area. But if you let me know what area of the city you're in, I can make some good recommendations. There's a few. I've got a few up my sleeve, but my all-time favorite, Jonathan, would be Chez Claudette. Chez spelled C-H-E-Z. Hey, Fern like the tree. Hello, my friend. We got a free kick here for Inter Milan. Fern like the tree, number 1 in the lineup, by the way. 1 of 1. Ball in. Dealt with by the defense. And Fern like the tree, always ready for RTV watch along. Been enjoying watching your channel grow back in 2019 to now. How you have representatives from the clubs you're doing videos on, like Celta. Congrats on your success. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, it's been really cool being able to speak to actual clubs. I've got a couple more of those coming up as well. It's really illuminating. And thank you for that donation. It's very kind. Corner kick for Inter Milan. Corner kick. Previously, defending set pieces was an issue for AC Milan, but they did have Tatarusanu in there. They did have an injury sort of debacle at the back. And, oh my God, goal! Dzeko with the volley. With the volley. That should never, ever happen. There is no world where a corner kick should be side foot volleyed into the goal from around the penalty spot. That should not happen. Also, just notice Inter doesn't have their sponsors on their shirts and it's looking clean. That shouldn't happen. It was even closer than the penalty spot. It was close to the 6-yard box. Just completely outmuscled. That's a mismatch. Calabria and Dzeko, that shouldn't happen, man. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. But hey, credit to Dzeko. Good strength. Lovely finish. Lovely finish. Wow. Very nice. Okay, let's change that score. Wow, just like that. Inter, 1-0 up. Yeah, exactly, Maximus. Exactly. They need to bring Pirelli back because they had, what's it called before? Digital Bits or whatever, right? They signed with a crypto company. Pretty crazy story. So yeah, the introvert and Maximus can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Digital Bits or whatever the sponsor was, some crypto company for Inter, didn't make their payments. So both Roma and Inter, I believe, removed them from their kits. Don't quote me on that. Adrian, you haven't read Jonathan's message. Oh. Plan to head downtown area for some puts in, but I'm staying by the airport. Oh, you're by the airport. Okay. Do you have a car? That would make it easier. Let me know if you have a car, because if you do, then I can make some good recommendations. If you head downtown, I would try Chez Claudette. That's a good one. There's also the Montreal Pool Room, which if you want to try like the most like old school experience, it's like an ancient establishment from way back in the day. It was located in an area where there was like a lot of like strip clubs. It was like a grungy part of town. Oh, Barella, 2-0. Inter just picking AC Milan. Oh no, that's Mkhitaryan. My bad. But Inter just picking AC Milan apart. That defense is looking soggy. Soggy. Just like that. Here I am talking about sex clubs in downtown Montreal. And they're just on their way to scoring another goal. Beautifully worked. Mkhitaryan, again, should not have that much time around the edge of the box, making his way into the AC Milan box. Just completely left alone. Is that Tonali who's tracking back like an old man, taking forever to get back? Very, very slow getting back. Mkhitaryan, the actual old man in this situation between Tonali and Mkhitaryan, just breezing past him. And then the easy finish past Maignan. Terrible defending. That's brutal. Wow. Now Tonali. Can AC Milan make something happen? Muzai Records, thank you for that donation, by the way. Very kind of you. That defense is looking spooky, spooky, spooky. Muzai Records says the Fati video was dope. Feel for the guy, especially burdened with the new insert name here mantle. A lot of people called him Messi's heir when he was first starting out, just because of how pacey and tricky and how much he was scoring. He had 5 goals before he turned 18, whereas Messi had 1, that kind of thing. Can he be rehabbed? Yeah, of course. I think there's always hope. It is a little bit scary that he's had those major injuries before even turning 20 years old, before even turning 19 years old, man. So it's a little bit scary. But I think that Ansu Fati has shown a lot of good signs lately that he's finding his form once again. And I still have hope for him. The ability's there. He's just, his confidence is rocked. He's had to deal with being a substitute a lot and not really getting that many minutes. But he's showing signs now. He just needs to find his finish. And I think he'll be okay. Ball in for AC Milan. AC Milan player goes down. Was it Salad Maker that went down in the box? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Salad Maker on Bastoni. Is there anything there? I don't know. And a Cherubim wrestling Giroud to the ground. I don't know if there's much there. But then again, this is what happens, is that this almost never gets called. But then you'll get one referee who will call it. And, you know, technically, within the laws of the game, you have your arms all over somebody and you wrestle them to the ground, it's a foul. But the unfortunate thing is that, or maybe the fortunate thing, but the thing is that referees don't usually call it. So when they do, it seems really out of place, even though it's technically in the rules. You get what I'm saying? But me, I'm okay with the referee not giving either of those. Correct the score before it's 3. Sorry. I'm dealing with talking about poutine and sex clubs and all sorts of stuff right now. Chandler Smith, thank you for that donation. Just wanted to donate to show my appreciation to you. You answer all my Twitter questions, so thank you. Here's my question. Sergio Ramos or Puyol? Well, first of all, thank you for your support through all the years, Chandler. Very much appreciated. Happy to answer your questions whenever they're asked of me. Second, Puyol or Sergio Ramos? I like Sergio Ramos. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's the character. I think it's the shithousery. I think it's the... Like, I'm not... If we're just comparing ability, defensive solidity, perhaps I would take Puyol. Maybe. Oh my goodness, Inter nearly. Off the post. Dzeko now. Flick to the back post. Barella. Ay, 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 ay. This is some Harlem Globetrotters stuff with Inter on AC Milan at the back. That defense is non-existent. But yeah, Chandler, I think if I was to look at just personal preference, not really based on who's better, blah, 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 just taking into account how they are as a player, plus how entertaining they are, their character, blah, blah, blah. I think that I would go with Sergio Ramos, personally. Cynthia, welcome to the stream. Looking like a substitution is happening already. Is that Malik Cha? Oh, wait. Is it Magnan who's injured? Ooh, could have been a little knee twist there. That knee save he made was a little scary. But is it Magnan who's going to go off? Stay hydrated. I will. I will. Okay, no, it's Macias who's coming on. I'm quite behind you guys. Okay, so it looks like Magnan is okay in the end. Looks like he's okay in the end. Junior Macias is to come on. Yeah, that's fine. When you look at Puyol, there's, you know, it's hard to choose between the two. It's really hard to choose between the two. As Maximus says, Puyol is a respected leader and a rock in defense, no question. As Puyol, you could say the same things of Sergio Ramos though in his prime as well, right? He was a leader. He was a rock in defense. You could say similar things. Maybe maybe Puyol was more solid in defense. Who you going for? It doesn't matter to me, Eden. It really doesn't matter to me. Who I backed to go through to the final was Inter. But whether they make the final or not will not affect my happiness in the slightest. Puyol gets the hair bonus. That's fair, Nitro. That's a good point. It's a really good debate. I'll say that, Chandler. It's a really good debate. I think a lot of it will come down to the things that you value more in your center backs. Because they're both very successful. Very successful. What a nightmare start for AC. This is the point in FIFA when your buddy is kicking your butt and you get up and turn off the console. Says for like the tree. Yeah, this is when you say, let's start again. Come on, rematch. Tonali. Tonali, there's some pace. He ran away from Mkhitaryan this time. Oh, slaloming run. That looked like a foul to me. Nothing given from the referee. Nothing given. We'll see how many replays we get today. Yesterday was horrendous. Who's the captain for the 2010 Spain team? Wasn't it Casillas? Or was that in 2012 that he was the captain? I thought it was Casillas. Or was it Puyol? I know he was the captain for one of them. Otamendi wins against both. Here's DeMarco. Ball to the back post. Ooh, if he picked out Dumfries, I don't know that Teo had picked up on Dumfries at the back post. This game is ridiculous. I need a coffee. It's been breakneck. Breakneck speed. Do you believe yesterday's game was offside leading up to De Bruyne's goal? I don't think so. Are you talking about when the ball went out, Eden? Well, went out in quotation marks. Reason why I put it in quotation marks is because the accuracy of this beIN Sports technology is being questioned, of course. Because there is not like goal line technology for the sidelines, I don't think. So this rendering that they did, this 3D rendering, is kind of hokey pokey. Basically what I'm saying is we don't know what the TV broadcaster's accuracy is. But assuming it did go out, the reason why it didn't go to VAR is because there was another phase of play where City had the ball, then Real Madrid took it. Camavinga was on the ball. He looked to pass into the midfield. That's where Real Madrid lost possession again. So a new phase of play. And from there is where City went on to score. Here's Brahim Diaz. 2-0 down early. AC Milan has not had a very good record against Inter in recent history. Here's Dzeko now. Burns away from Tomori. Dzeko looking good. And then he can't get that pass off. Yeah, Maximus, that one was bad too. That one was bad too. Here's Tail. Good ball to Dzeko. Dzeko, will he go to his right? He does. And he rips it wide. Adrian, what's your prediction for Conference League? Man, I haven't been following that very closely. Ball headed away. Can Brahim Diaz get on? Oh my God, Diaz. Run over by Dumfries. Oof. Calabria. I'm seeing absolutely nothing from AC Milan in the attack. It is completely disjointed. There's a massive hole for Giroud to stand in the middle of and be completely unsupported. Salamakers, he wins that duel with Dumfries. St. Pauli report. Couldn't keep it up for 2 days straight. Sadly, the boys in brown will be playing in third division next season. Wait, what? What happened? Yesterday we were talking about safety. Now we're talking... Wait, what? I'm confused. What's going on with St. Pauli? Okay. It's like, did you get like a ban of some sort for doing something illegal? Tonali. Mkhitaryan. And then the ease and the space that Inter has to attack. Lautaro. Teo. Tomori turns. Plays. Oh, he nearly got that through to Dzeko. Very impressive so far from Inter. Very impressive. Yeah, Brendan, I agree. AC Milan do feel like they're terrified. Really, really missing the threat of Rafael Leão down that left side. I don't, Maximus, I'm in Canada, so I don't have CBS or Paramount commentators, but isn't it like Matteo Bonetti or whatever? I saw that he was part of the team. No, contender. I don't think that was Alexander Pato. I was trying to figure out who that was too. Throw incoming. Sorry, free kick. Who's to take? Macias or Tonali? Macias or Tonali? It's Tonali. And it's at the near post and headed away by Barella. Brahim Diaz, good control. Way to turn away. Giroud tries to play a little wall pass with them. Offside. Stoney and Brahim going head to head. This is a good game, battle and goals. Yeah, I agree, contender. This has been a fun one. Dan, how are you? How are you, man? Yes, sir, Fern. Oh, nice flick on there from Dzeko. Mkhitaryan running into it. I've been so impressed with Inter's attacking patterns. Maximus, I think that the news surrounding Rafael Leão renewing was sort of... I don't know if it's confirmed yet. I don't think there's an official announcement, but apparently he signed for 5 years. Chicali, AC Milan is technically the home team. More, Rafael Leão is not in the matchday squad this time, so he was not fit enough to do so. Junior Macias, good ball in. Flick from Calabria just into the side netting. Kyaku Bengui. Our boy from Zimbabwe. How are you? I laugh because yesterday I apparently pronounced it fairly well. I'm sure I messed that up today. Oh, by the way, I missed a donation from Philip. Philip, I'm so sorry, man. I am so sorry. Thank you for that donation. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you, man. Apologies for missing that earlier. Martinez goes down. It's a penalty for Inter. It's a penalty for Inter. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. A lot of people saying not a pen. This is unfair. Let's see. So he cuts between the two defenders. Was there contact? I mean, it's one of those ones where like the feet kind of clip against each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, man. I hate those ones when it's just feet clipping into each other and the defender has no idea. It's not even really clumsy from Kier. He was just running alongside him. I don't like it. Me, I don't like it. And I think what Orlando says here about he sells it too much, I think I'd have to agree. I don't like this one. Yeah. He's doing everything to not touch Lautaro. Nothing. In my opinion. There we go. Good. No penalty. Good review from the referee. And he cancels the yellow as well. Good. Good job. Diving is a yellow? Yeah, it is. But unfortunately, that's another one of those things like grappling at set pieces, like the 6-second rule or whatever it is for goalkeepers. These are all things that should be called, but almost never are by referees. Or should be punished, I should say, but almost never are. Because you do get referees calling diving, but not giving cards for it. Wow. These teams are just flying at each other. There's a different energy to this game than we saw yesterday. You can feel the hate. You know what I mean? Here's Dzeko. Just striding away. Guy is how old? 37? Oh, good ball. DeMarco blocked. Lautaro over the bar. You can feel the rivalry in this game, which is adding a nice little spice to this fixture that we didn't have yesterday. Yesterday, 2 class teams, very good match as well, but this is different. Commentator said Stonewall penalty. I don't know about that. Here's Barella. Again, DeMarco tries to fire it at goal, deflected, and Dumfries nearly got on the end of it. Leon wouldn't help with all the open space and shots Inter has. Yeah, it's Milan's midfield that is really letting the defense down. Maybe the fullback's getting too far up the pitch as well. Because it's too easy. It's too easy for Inter in transition. Teo Hernandez, who nearly goes on a roving run forward. Dumfries, massive slide tackle on him and then just stares him down. That's right, diving down. That doesn't help. Jozo is saying comeback. Teo with the first goal and Macias with the second. Tonali. Headed away. Dumfries can't control it that time. That's right, the last one. That's what I was trying to say is there's no cover for the back line. The midfield is letting them down in that regard. And so it's Inter basically has free reign to just run at that back line. It's just Krunic in there. It's just Krunic in the midfield right now. This half flew by pretty quickly. We already have just 9 minutes left, plus added time. Dzeko. Ooh, dangerous pass from Dzeko. But AC Milan just can't string a single pass together, man. Dumfries. Change Studios, I am doing well. Hope that meeting went well. Thanks for coming by. Chandler, we might have a Steven appearance later. Yesterday, I unveiled his haircut. My boy's looking different. I held him up like he was a trout. Oh, poor clearance there from Kier. Led to an opportunity for Barella. Uh-oh. Now a chance for AC Milan on the counter. Brahim Diaz has Giroud to his left. Giroud cuts inside. Brahim has nothing. Thought he won a foul. Dumfries. Jacko, what a battle between him and Tomori. Oh, this game is awesome. Tomori. Tateo. That AC Milan midfield is non-existent. Both in the attack and in defense. Dumfries. Hernandez goes flying in, and there is a foul. The second time he's fouled Dumfries. I wouldn't be surprised if Teo Hernandez ends up with a red card. If it starts to get ugly, I feel like he's a, you know what, F it kind of guy. If Inter gets one more, and imagine it's Dumfries that scores. Whew. Leif. That's a good point. Free kick Inter. Çalhanoğlu to deliver from deep. Good ball. Lautaro could not get anything on it. And a foul in the end. How do you feel about CDK? Think he'll ever pan out? I mean, he's been awful in this first season for AC Milan, hasn't he? Which is surprising because he was so good at Club Brugge. But I guess there's levels to this, right? Arthur to Benfica? No. No. Unless he takes a ridiculous pay cut. Tonali. Great switch of play to Salamakis, who spins Dumfries. Dumfries recovers, though. Teo with the ball in. Only finds Acerbi. Ball in. Oh, Macias tries to flick it on. Mkhitaryan now. Driving forward. Teo, good recovery. Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan I keep on mixing up. Disregarding wages, would you take him? Even then, I don't see the point. We have a great young kid who will not be named, as well as Chiquinho and Florentino, and I think we're good for now. They both give the same vibe, and they both have, about the same size, pink boots. They look the same out there. Please make a video about Busquets and his career. I could potentially do that. We'll see. Brahim. Good battle there with Darmian, but he just can't touch it past the Acerbi, who's actually been a decent pickup for Inter. That's another one. Similarly to Akanji going to Manchester City, that I was sort of like, I don't know. It's a whatever sort of signing. Later, Miguel. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Same thing with Acerbi to Inter. I thought it was sort of a whatever signing. Barella, good clearance. Not quite. Tonali, swing and a miss. Bastoni, tripped by Macias. Yeah, Leif, he smacked Leroy Sané in the mouth. Oh my God, Bakayoko. Man, I forgot about Bakayoko. Shout out Bakayoko, man. Monaco legend. And it just did not pan out from there. Do you think Benfica could do with get good use from Santiago Jimenez, especially with that 30 million price tag? Yeah, that's the thing, is that's a little bit rich. But of course we could get use, because when Gonzalo Ramos isn't scoring, we have to rely on Petar Musa, which I with that Araujo would just stayed with Benfica instead of Musa, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, of course Benfica could use another striker. Oh, Salamakers, great run. Great run. Nearly. But yeah, it won't happen with the 30 million. But yeah, Jimenez is killing it at Feyenoord. Tonali. And there's a foul for Inter. Jonathan, thank you for that donation. So yeah, pool room is very cool. Very good. I would check it out if you're heading like downtown. But if you want to go to a really cool area of Montreal, go to the Plateau Mile End area and try a place called Chez Claudette. Here, I'll type it in the chat for you. I used to live around there, and I would always go there after a night out because they're open like all night, basically. So thank you for that donation, man. And wherever you end up, I mean, worst comes to worst. So the ones that I mentioned to you are like mom and pop ones. Worst comes to worst, you could always try a chain like La Fleur or Belle Province. That's another one. That's pretty decent. We'll give you a solid Quebec poutine. Yeah. Bakayoko is still a Chelsea player? Yeah. Yeah, he's on loan. Yellow card for Krunic. Yeah, Montreal's super fun, man. Out of all the cities in Canada, I've had the most fun in Montreal. For sure. Who isn't on loan from Chelsea at this point? Yeah. Fair. Very fair. Free kick here. Tonali to take. Giroud. Salamakis. Never been to Ladysmith? Of course I have. I used to be there all the time, man. Grew up in Duncan, so I was always in Ladysmith. Well, not always, but passed through all the time. Ladysmith, where the great Pamela Anderson is from. Couple of minutes left here in added time. Yeah, more. It's incredibly frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating. But it feels like we're moving at least closer to some stability now with the way Rui Costa is running things at Benfica. Barella puts it on top of the goal. Imagine Lukaku comes on. The threat that he'll add to this game as well. But with that said, respect to what Dzeko and Lautaro have managed to do out there. Speaking of, heavy touch from Lautaro. Can't get it under a spell. Salamakis. Adrian, what do you think about Ba? I'll answer that at halftime. Very soon here. Very soon. Junior Macias. One-on-one with DeMarco. He beats him. Ball across. No one at the back post. If anyone's just jogging towards that back post, they have a good header at goal. Easy header at goal. It's almost Steve time. He's not banging at the door, which is crazy. Yesterday, he was being a little bastard. Prasis Pudasaini says that AC Milan need to play under good defensive structure. Yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier, is that all too often in transition, the midfield is just non-existent for AC Milan. So you have Lautaro, you have Mkhitaryan and Barella getting forward, you have Dumfries and DeMarco wide, then you have Lautaro and Dzeko, who I said Lautaro already. But it made it very easy for Inter to carve out chances early against AC Milan. They did get better as the half wore on, but it was very disappointing. That opening 15 minutes of just collapse from AC Milan that has cost them. 2 down already against an Inter side that, I don't know, I don't expect them to give up too many goals. AC Milan had more possession. Really? Let's take a look at the stats quickly. In fact, let me set this up. Let me set this up. Oh yeah, someone asked me about Ba. I love Ba. He's an upgrade on a position that Benfica was hurting in for a long time. However, I do find that he can be a little bit rash in his tackles now and then, which can be costly. That's something that does annoy me a little bit about Ba. But other than that, he's still a massive upgrade for Benfica. I enjoy him going forward. I think that he's pretty solid. Astonishing! What happened? Okay. OBS died on me. Sorry about that. Interesting. I don't know if that's ever happened before, where the stream just shut down completely. Getting strike speed run. Yeah, my OBS just crashed on me. But we're here now. Hello. We're back. We are back. All right. Too many viewers? Nah. It was a speed bump, no crash. Let's take a look at some stats here. What is happening? Learn how to use the internet, Adrian. Just domination as far as chances go for Inter, hey? Expected goals 1.31 to 0.45. 11 shots to 5, 3 on target, 0 on target for AC Milan in their home match. Possession, 59% for AC Milan, but of course, if you're not doing anything with it, who cares? What is this? Goals prevented? Measures the goalkeeper's effectiveness in preventing goals. It's calculated by comparing the actual number of goals conceded to the expected number based on the quality of shots faced. A negative score indicates the goalkeeper has conceded more goals than expected. Okay. I haven't heard that one before. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's the XG and the attempts on goal that sort of tell the story of this game, really, because like we said earlier, the possession, who really cares about that? You know, what's the saying? All possession with no penetration is just masturbation, or whatever. So yeah, there's that. Maldini probably crying watching the AC Milan defense. Demonetized. How much of a difference does being the home side actually make when you share the same stadium? That's it, Jack. That's it. But no, what's funny, Jack, about the first time that these two teams met in the semifinals of the Champions League, the first leg ended 0-0 with AC Milan as the home team. The second leg ended 1-1 with AC Milan as the away team. So they went through on away goals. So just the sort of, you know, flip of the coin as to who was the home team in the first or the second leg. Had it been the other way around, it would have been Inter going through, which is kind of a funny thing. Where you feel like there should have been an exception as far as the away goals rule when it comes to these two teams playing at home. But I guess there's a different allotment of tickets when it's AC Milan as the home team versus Inter. r/soccer, you want to do that? Let's do it. Let's do it. Carvajal foul on the floor. I think we know what that is. Haaland double tackled. I can't play any of these videos because I will get smacked for real. I will get smacked. You missed the music? Oh, I forgot about the music. Let's run it. Is it going to go? Speed, loop. Okay. Oh, I guess it's because I'm not in that. Yeah, sorry about that. It's because I changed scenes. Okay. So as we spoke about, Leon to sign new contract with Milan until 2028. He will earn 7 million net per season. Barca legend says goodbye. That is what we talked about yesterday. Sergio Busquets. He's finally leaving. The last one of that super team. 2011. The last one. Sergio Busquets. He gone. A Napoli fan invaded the locker room? Yeah. I can show you that. Where is it? That was actually funny. Where is it? Am I blind? So yeah, this Napoli guy was able to just sneak in with the team right after they had won the title. Shout out Salvatore Balza. He's got balls on him, that Balza. He did it. That's pretty crazy. All of them are like, who is this guy? All right, get out. Beat it. That is pretty cool. In Udine. That's where they won it, right? Against Udinese? Yeah. Pretty crazy, man. And then he just stood in the hallway. And then he got back in again. So yeah, shout out to Salvatore. He did it. He did the damn thing. Let's see if there's any, turn that camera off. Get out of here. Oh yeah, he's out. He got found out. He's running. He's running. He's out. He's out. He's out. See ya. Good job, Salvatore. Good job. News and analysis with Dzeko. With Arturo, sorry. It says Dzeko. Yes, Dzeko. He killed it. Pep Guardiola says, I hope one day we can say goodbye to Messi with Barcelona as he deserves. He is the best player in history. So Guardiola is on that. He's on that Barca payroll trying to get Messi there. No, I'm joking. It's going to be difficult to get Messi there unless he gets that, that nominal fee, the absolute minimum that you can accept in La Liga. It's going to be difficult. And then Mourinho, of course, I think AS Roma are taking on Leverkusen in Europa League, right? I've been so out of it, man. So when I was in BC for that funeral, I wasn't really following football. Definitely, I was following the Champions League a little bit, but I wasn't really following what was going on in the Europa League or the Conference League. That's why when someone asked me about the Conference League earlier, I was like, I have no idea. So Juventus Sevilla and then Roma Leverkusen. So the winner of Roma Leverkusen goes on to play the winner of Juventus Sevilla in the final. That is quite interesting, especially since you have Mourinho coming up against Xabi Alonso. And in this quote, he said, I've always had a great relationship with Xabi. Certainly Bayer Leverkusen is the best counter-attacking team this year. 5-6 of his players can run the 100 meter with Marcel Jacobs. Hudson-Odoi and Sheik are injured, but not a problem for them. For us, every injury is a problem. He's been talking about injuries a lot lately. That's what we were speaking about yesterday. But previously, Mourinho has spoken about Xabi Alonso, saying how of all the current players, he was asked this a few years ago, of all the current players, Steven at the door again, who did Mourinho think would make a really good manager? And Mourinho said Xabi Alonso because his father was a manager. So he understands football. And then the position that he played, he was sort of a tactician on the pitch already. He sort of has the right temperament for it. He understands the game. So Mourinho actually said that he thinks of all the current players that Xabi Alonso would make a good manager. And he did. 14 matches unbeaten. He sort of lifted Leverkusen from a very bad place prior at the beginning of the season to now fighting for a European place again. Wirtz has been cooking too. Yeah, Florian Wirtz, now that he's back from that lengthy injury. Let the boy in. Yeah, I'll go get him soon. We saw this Inter stuff. Mourinho said PSG are calling to appoint me. If they're looking for me, they didn't find me because they haven't talked to me. That's what they all say, right? That's what they all say. I wonder if Mourinho will go to PSG. Or do you think he's going to stick around at Roma? I think what he would prefer is for Roma to open up the checkbook so he can stay there. But he'll certainly use this as leverage, this interest from PSG, supposed interest from PSG. I don't know if that would work. I mean, I don't know. With Mourinho. It's really hard to say. It's really difficult to say. And then Christian Eriksen, of course, was at the Laureus Awards saying, I saw my collapse almost the day after it happened to see what happened and get through all the emotions and prepare myself for later. But it never gets any easier. You watch it and then you don't really think about what it is. You just look at it and then that's it. Fair enough. It would be really difficult to watch that. I think for him, seeing his sort of lifeless body is one thing. I couldn't ever understand what he went through, ever. But I think seeing my wife and loved ones in that sort of despair and anguish, that's what would really hurt me as well. That's what would really, to see how worried they were, I think that would really kill me. Bad choice of words. That would really, emotionally, of course. No one is a good fit for PSG. Yeah, that's it, Alberto. The problem is with the institution. Marco Silva has a £6 million release clause in his Fulham contract, with West Ham eyeing the Portuguese boss as a potential successor to David Moyes. Marco Silva, just stay at Fulham, man. I feel like he always does this. He goes, he starts to set up something good with his with the team that he's currently at. Then he moves somewhere else, and it all collapses. Just stay at Fulham for a bit. Chill. Paqueta saying, I hope we can win the Conference League and see the manager dance. Okay, let's see the Conference League, what we're looking at here. UEFA Europa Conference League. We got West Ham, AZ Alkmaar, Fiorentina, Basel. I mean, I like Fiorentina personally. Alkmaar, but Alkmaar's doing pretty decent in the Eredivisie standings, no? Alkmaar, 4th. Okay, 2 points behind Ajax. 7 behind PSV. Decent side. Ooh. You don't want to see that, but that's a good reminder for me to switch back to the game. So yeah, I can't I can't say that I watch a ton of AZ Alkmaar, but I've always understood them to be quite the team. Alkmaar won the UEFA Youth League 5-0 in the finals. Damn. We want to say hi to the boy. All right. Second half is going to start very soon. I'm going to go grab some water. I will be back in 1 moment. Think. Hey? Kick it. Yeah, kick that mic. Kick it. Who cares? Right? Who cares? There you go. There he is. That's the boy. That's why he's the GOAT. He is. He's the best. Absolutely booted the mic. What kind of reaction will we see from AC Milan in this half? Here we go. Match has started. We're back in it. We are back in it. AC Milan right at it. Darmian clears it out. Throw in AC Milan. Let's get a fast start here. Do you think Osimhen will leave Napoli, and if so, when? I don't think he'll leave. I'd like to hope he won't leave this summer, but following next season, probably. Teo, burn that hair. You're not a fan, Zach? Zach, you should give that a shot. Give that a go. And then you can copy... Teo copying Griezmann. Griezmann did it because his daughter chose that color, right? So what's Teo's reason? Here's Mike Maignan. Krunic nearly threads that through to Calabria on the other side of the pitch. Wanted to get into Canadian Premier League. What team should I support? More. You should support Pacific FC. Definitely. Pacific FC. Recently signed MLS legend Kekuta Mane. Now, free kick AC Milan. Ball to the back post. No one can get on the end of it, and it's a free kick for Inter. More, get into Forge if you're a glory hunter. And I'm not saying Cinti is a glory hunter, because they're from the area, and they've been there all along. How's the standard of the CPL? Someone said that it's, at the beginning at least, the very first season, someone equated it to the 3rd division in Germany. So, you know, not that high. But what do you expect, right? But it's getting better all the time. Ball forward, well collected by Dzeko. Yeah, it's brand new, Jack. It's from 2019, so you can't expect the level to be that high, but it's getting better all the time. So in 2019, someone equated it to the 3rd division in Germany. Now, I don't know. Yeah, more, that's one reason. That's one reason is Pacific FC has stunning kits. They're typically a pretty decent side. They're always going to give you a good entertaining match. Brahim Diaz curls one just wide. Yeah, Fireball. The teams are spread across Canada, so pretty far. 8-hour flights from coast to coast or something like that. Bastoni. DeMarco. Dzeko. Good pass to Lautaro. Lautaro back to Dzeko. Maybe could have played Barella through there. Mkhitaryan now. Bastoni. Long switch of play to Barella. He didn't really control it when he had the chance, and it goes up for a throw-in. MLS is semi-regional? Yeah. They try to limit the amount of cross-continental flights that you have to take. Oh, Tonali. Good run. Can he thread it? He does. Macias in behind Macias, and he blows it. That is a poor strike from Macias. Great opportunity. That was a lovely run from Tonali. Threads it between two Inter defenders, between DeMarco and Bastoni. And then Macias can't even hit the goal. That's poor. That's poor. Barella to Lautaro. Ooh, can't get it under a spell. Well dealt with by the defenders there. Wayne in Rome, how are you? Wayne, we could have used you earlier. We were talking about Mourinho and what's going on between him and constantly mentioning injuries these days. Do you think he's going to be there next season, Wayne? How about that? Everyone, if you're a Roma supporter or you just enjoy Calcio, check out Wayne in Rome. Go check out his YouTube channel. Something wrong with the stream again? I don't think so. Martinez. Oof. Again, dealt with well. That's better from Milan. They're defending much better. Not as open as it was before. A little bit more coverage at the back. And then Dzeko saved by Maignan. Yes, I do, unless PSG are serious. Oh, yes. I know. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. If PSG are deadly serious... Corner kick Inter. Just when AC Milan looked like they were starting the half well, it's now sort of shifted back towards some Inter domination. Teo with the headed clearance, only as far as DeMarco. Lautaro nearly got on the end of that. That would have been a stunning finish. Very difficult. Halifax Wanderers fan channel. Let's go. The old bi-coastal rivalry between Halifax and Pacific previously. There were some trips about Newcastle, though, but he loves Rome. They've built so much under Moon mentally, emotionally, tactically. I agree. I hope that he stays. He seems happy in Rome. It's just recently the sort of injury talk and some gripes he has with the squad composition, perhaps. Which oftentimes feels like sort of the beginning of the end once you get Mourinho sort of going down that route. But hopefully he sticks around. It would be nice to see him stay in Italy. He seems happy there. Tonali. Darmian. Darmian has really shifted well into being a right center back in that back three. Calabria now. Macias. Tonali goes for the strike, and it rolls wide again. You think AC Milan scoring? I don't know, Brian. I don't know. I'm not a betting man either. And look, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to finesse anyone's bets or help anyone with their bets. I can't live with that disappointment if I'm wrong. Bastoni. Lovely ball. Dzeko. Interesting touch. Dzeko's been killing it, man. Yeah, it's true that the team is completely stretched. Example, Roma played against Inter without Smalling, Belotti, SES, Dybala, Karsdorp, Llorente, Kumbula, and Wijnaldum. That is pretty insane. That is pretty crazy. I heard some people speculate, as AC Milan are attacking and it's dealt with again by Bastoni. I heard some people speculating that a couple of those players, maybe it was like Wijnaldum and someone else, weren't actually fully unfit, and yet Mourinho had them on the bench just to sort of further his point about the squad and the injuries and how they need more. But again, that's speculation from people who are not Mourinho. Krunic now does well to roll it inside for Theo. Macias. Guy needs an end product. Calabria. Oof. Krunic almost hitting the ref. Ball into the box from Salamakis. Easy collect from Onana. Adrian, do you have a team that is your favorite club outside of Benfica? Not really. I mean, there's teams that I sympathize with, I guess you could say. Teams that I can enjoy watching due to the way that they play. That kind of thing. Teams that I enjoy due to their fan base and their history. But as far as actually supporting them, nah. Here's Martinez. DiMarco. Inter, they have some nice patterns of play when they're countering. Origi coming on. Malik Chow coming on. Malik Chow, I mean, it took a really long time for him to get opportunities at AC Milan. Then when he did, it was actually during a Milan derby, I believe, back in January. He looked pretty decent up against Lukaku. And the physicality and reading of the game, he did really, really well. Then he got a little run of matches in the winter. And then now it seems like he's back on being a bench boy. That looked like a foul from Tonali on DiMarco. What are we saying, referee? Foul on Inter? Salah Messi went off. To me, that's a foul by Tonali. That's man first, then ball. But okay, no problem. No matter to me. Calabria. Have Inter made a sub yet? I don't think they have. Have they? No. I'm sure we'll see Lukaku come on. Brozovic on the bench still, too. Gosens is there. D'Ambrosio. Origi playing out wide? I think he's going to play sort of in that left inside channel. He likes to cut in, you know? That's the Origi classic. Krunic maybe should have released the ball. Tried to dribble. Wait, what just happened? What did the referee just call? So Mkhitaryan is down. I don't know if that was a foul necessarily. DiMarco on Krunic, maybe that was a foul. Didn't look like he got any of the ball. Referee letting a lot go. He hit the stanky leg. Referee is definitely letting a lot go right now, which I'm okay with so long as he's consistent, which I think for the most part he has been. I'm sure supporters of each side will have some gripes still that they could refer to. So Brozovic is coming on. Looks like that's going to be the first substitution for Inter. So we were just talking about him and Mkhitaryan going off. Robert, how are you, man? He says, no subs yesterday by Pep, managing player pitch time. Expect at least 5 changes against Everton this weekend. Yeah, I would assume as much as well, man. I think he'll really rotate the squad there. Stephanie Myers coming out of nowhere with the yellow card. Whoa, Stephanie. Great to see you. And again, as always, thank you for that donation. Here's Divock Origi, the legend of Stephanie Myers. Drop a sunflower in the chat. Tonali. Oh, off the post. Decent from Milan there. Off the post. Very close from Milan. That was a well-worked opportunity. Very well worked. Just the finishing that was missing. But even then, that feels harsh to say it was completely missing. Man hit the post when he was trying to shoot through bodies there. Don't freeze. What are you doing? Oh, Dzeko took it in the balls. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. He felt that one. Dzeko. Good little 1-2 with Dumfries. Dumfries up against Teo in the corner here. Bringing another man. Brahim and Teo versus Dumfries and Çalhanoğlu, was it? No. Again, I'm getting the short guy with pink boots from Inter mixed up. Barella, Mkhitaryan, and Çalhanoğlu. But Brozovic is on the pitch now. So Çalhanoğlu can move a little bit further up the pitch, I think. Oh, beautiful from Origi. Beautiful run from Origi. Origi, why don't we just see that a little more often? It's the salmon boots. That's an iconic clip. "25 minutes. AC Milan definitely taking hold of possession once again, as they did in the first half. Starting to carve out chances, though, so they have a little bit more to take from this now than they did in the first half. Looking better overall. But still 2-0 down. Tonali. Headed away by Dzeko. Adrian, what positions do you think Benfica should strengthen going forward? The number one that I think they should is... Ooh, I would love to see another winger. I would love to see another winger. Left winger, potentially. Potentially a striker, although I'd be fine with one of the youth players coming through. Central midfield, I think we're good. Maybe center back. Morato, I don't know if I'm completely sold on him yet. But we do also have some young players coming through. Maybe the keeper. As much as I love Vlachodimos, I think having another keeper would be good. But then again, we also have good young keepers coming through as well. So that's it. That's it, Andrew, is that we have Araujo who's getting wasted at Watford. Or is he back now? What happened with that? Not back at Benfica, but sent somewhere else. Has he been starting to get opportunities there? Dzeko. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. No, he's not playing that much. Ooh, good catch from Mike Mignon. Relatively simple in the end from Brozovic's strike, but it had pace on it. News and analysis with Arturo. I don't think either of them. Maybe Kolomuani. Or Mbappe if he ever joins. Malik Chow. Good win there. Messias. Up against Bastoni. Chow. Poor strike. Poor strike from there. But then the long-term view for Real Madrid. We also have Endrick coming from Palmeiras in a couple of years. Will he be ready then? No. Kid's still 16. Only arriving when he's 18. I'm sure you'll sign someone else for the meantime. Muani will go to PSG with Mbappe. Says, I'm the dude. Seferovic to Real Madrid. Any opinions on Mason Mount? Reports of him to Liverpool has divided opinions. Dzeko is off. Lukaku is on. Mount is very much a whatever player for me. I mean, he was great for a while under Lampard and Tuchel in that sort of era, but then he just sort of fell off. I think there's still a player in there, but the whole vibe at Chelsea is difficult to really judge players on, you know? No one's really thriving there at the moment. Incredible seeing Dzeko still doing it on a European night. I agree, Wayne. It's crazy. It's crazy. He looked good out there. Lukaku. Does he keep it in? He does. But Tomori is there. No, it's a throw-in. Never mind. FCH Sean, how are you? Inter with the winning streak after playing with no shirt sponsor. Coincidence? I think so. That they got rid of that crypto. Get rid of that crypto, and now they're thriving. What up, Andres? Good to see you, man. $19 minutes in this one, guys. 19 minutes. Definitely has slowed down. Definitely slowed down compared to that first half. But expect to see a push from Milan in the last 10 minutes or so, last 15 to 10 minutes. They try to sort of close this 2-0 gap. Every time I've seen Origi on it, he's looked like the danger man out there. He has that fresh injection of pace. By the level of energy here, seems like a slow match so far. No, actually, Andres. The first half was really fun. And even the beginning of this half was really fun too. There's been a little bit of a lull in the last few minutes. We've had a lot of substitutions, etc. So that will always slow the game down. But like I was just saying, I think the last 10 minutes will be very, very exciting. Or at least I'm hoping. You would expect Milan to really push to close the gap, right? Right? Orlando Ortiz. Madrid signing a top striker with Endrick looming is a conflict, and in any case, there are no top strikers that aren't already under contract. So Endrick's only coming in 2 years. So when he's 18. So in 2 years, Benzema will be 36. If you don't sign someone, and Benzema continues to have issues with health, it's only going to get worse, by the way. You would assume, unless he takes the Modric route and suddenly becomes more healthy as he gets older. So you'd assume that he would be spending more time injured. So then what do you do? Do you go with that young kid? What's his name? Alvaro or whatever? I don't know. I think that you have to sign someone, whether it's a top striker like Kolo Muani or someone else, I don't know. But I think there has to be another signing before Endrick arrives. That's great work by Lukaku, by the way. Decent ball. Headed away. Lautaro, good muscle there. Back to Darmian. Darmian cutting inside. Darmian puts it wide, but it's a corner kick. But I somewhat count on a Castilla promotion. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough, Orlando. Corner kick for Inter. Punched away by Mignan. Bastoni is down at the back post. Referee keeping an eye on it. And there he blows the whistle. Especially after what Alvaro Rodriguez did against Atletico. Yeah, that was something special, wasn't it? Coming off the bench like that. Quick header. Boom. That was his first touch of the game too, wasn't it? The way Bastoni is just screaming, laying on the ground was very funny. What happened there, though? Actually, they didn't actually show the contact. They just showed Bastoni on the ground. He got punched? Damn. Lukaku looking like a threat. This is what we said at the beginning of the game. You know, when we were talking about how it was interesting that Dzeko got the start over Lukaku. Lukaku. Imagine when you're a tired defender having to go up against a fresh Romelu Lukaku for the last 20 minutes of the game. Very frustrating. Brozovic now driving forward. Inter really taking control in the last couple of minutes here. Darmian puts it out. Why though? Who's down? Someone down? Would like some chaos, says Cynthia. Cynthia, what's you guys are chilling in the Algarve these days? Very jealous. Was that a handball on Malik Chow? Arm away from his body? Gagliardini is on. Correa is coming on. Arturo, it sounds like you think everyone's overrated except for Real Madrid and Real Madrid players. Based on what we've seen in the chat from you. Is that true? Can you confirm or deny? Oh, sounds nice, Cynthia. Please do. Headed away by Teo. Brahim trying to get it under a spell. Can't do so. Yeah, Maximus. It's crazy how that move didn't really pan out. I thought, you know, working under Inzaghi again, after what he was doing at Lazio, it looked like he was really gathering momentum, and then he goes to Inter and it just doesn't work. Tonali. Calabria. Correa and Gagliardini. Yeah, that's the other one that Inter supporters don't like seeing on the pitch. Barella. Tonali. Ciao. 10 minutes left here. Come on, AC Milan. Let's see a push. Make this interesting. Brahim. No foul there. Good tackle from Brozovic. Now an opportunity for Inter to attack with numbers. Brozovic. Correa. What can he cook up? The grill master at Inter. Correa. Okay. 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 Not much. Brozovic now. Teo. Can Tonali cut open this Inter back line? Rolls it to Origi. Origi back to Tonali. Lots of space for Macias. He does find him. Macias. Ooh. More, I think you'd be happy in either of those cities. Both incredibly expensive, but very nice cities. I'm biased toward Vancouver just because I think it's incredibly beautiful. But I hear that living in Vancouver, which I've never done and never had an interest to, it's been a bit of a headache recently with all the issues downtown. Onana. Wide to Darmian. Darmian misses that header. Kalulu on. Forgot about Pierre Kalulu. Such an important piece of that Scudetto winning season. Pobega on for Brahim Diaz. Okay. So AC Milan just trying to hold it down. Magnan. Kalulu. That's right, Zach. Lukaku. Good ball to Barella. Barella. Good ball inside. Gagliardini. Oi, just shoot it. More fodder for the Inter supporters to get mad at Gagliardini for. It was offside anyways, but still. Ay, ay, ay. Free kick in a decent area for AC Milan as Theo Hernandez is down. It's about maybe 25 yards out or so. Just off of the left of center. Actually dead center where this free kick is happening. Who's to take it? Teo? He can smash it. Or Tonali here. Let's see. I'm thinking Teo is going to take it. Let's see. That was Teo, and it was a horrible strike. Not a great free kick. This is Latan. Looks like he's just stuck a finger in his eye. Onana plays it short to Acerbi. Are they booing the strike or his hair? I think both, honestly. Lots of booing. It is not great out there. It is uninspired stuff from AC Milan. Macias. That's a difficult pass for Pobega. Pobega runs over Bastoni. Will Bastoni scream again? Yeah, he does. I mean, I hope he's not actually injured. I don't think that he is. It's just hilarious how he lays on the ground and screams. You know it's coming. Onana, best goalie in Italy? Maybe based on form, NN. I won't argue with you there. But if I had to choose one, I'm going with Maignan. I'm going with Mignan. And even then, when you talk about form, Mignan was incredible against Napoli in the Champions League. Incredible. But Onana, respect to Onana. He's improved a ton. Weird question, but do you have sound on in the games you watch while streaming? Yes, I do. Mignan, just 2 minutes left before added time. Origi, what can he cook up on this left flank? Tateo, Origi, again, taking on Dumfries. Dumfries wins that battle. Ochoa, the most underrated signing in Serie A this season. Yeah, he's been fantastic at Salernitana. Ochoa has been killing it there. He's able to take his World Cup form and apply it to his club form now, which is great. Ochoa has been great. Ball forward. Headed away by Lukaku. Correa now. Gagliardini. Getting in these advanced positions. Winning a free kick. Inter will take their time with this. How highly do you rate Szczesny compared to those two? Preferably, I mean, I would probably take both of them over Szczesny right now. But Szczesny's not that far off. I just find that he can be a little bit inconsistent at times, I guess. Now, ball in. Mignan, easy collect. Will he try to spring a AC Milan attack quickly? Well done by the Inter players to not allow him to do so. Macias does well to beat Bastoni. Goes down. No foul given. Referee must think he tripped over his own shoelaces or something. Correa. Barella. Great back heel. Bastoni in an advanced position. Bastoni goes for a nutmeg on Malik Chow and nothing. Dumfries going forward. Referee let another foul go, or potential foul go. Lukaku to Brozovic. The way that Inter, their passing in the attack is just beautiful. And Bastoni puts it out. As Origi was down on one knee. Giroud upset that Bastoni did so. More upset that Origi is down, I think, given the circumstances that AC Milan are in right now. Barella just wrestling Tonali to the ground. Yeah, I agree, Miguel. It wasn't always the most beautiful stuff, at least from Milan. But I think that Inter had a lot of really nice passages of play, especially when they're countering, which is basically every attack that they had. But even so, the way that they move the ball around in the attack, it's quite nice. So credit to Inzaghi. Two minutes left. Ooh. Pobega with a strike at goal. Collected by Onana. Free Mind saying AC lucky they didn't concede 4 or 5 goals. Yeah, at times it felt like they would, didn't it? Chow, did he... Ooh, decent recovery. Decent recovery. Gagliardini just can't get it under his spell. Under control. Good defending there once again by Inter. Correa can't slip it through to Lukaku. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Inter doing everything just to wind down the clock. Gagliardini down, holding his face. Checking his hands for blood, I assume. Or tears. Yeah, Manuel Lupu, I am expecting a very intense game next week as well. I hope so, at least. Hopefully it's not a dud. Hopefully it's not a dud. In the same stadium. That's right, Cynthia. Same time, same... Well, no, it's next Tuesday, actually, so... In 6 days. Haven't had this much fun watching a non-Barcelona match in a while, but with slightly more Inter fans. Thanks for coming out, Jack. Glad you enjoyed yourself. This should be it. Free kick. This has to be it. Once this free kick is taken, that's it, right? Not even. That's game over. So, Inter with 2 goals in the first, what was it, 13 minutes? In the 8th minute and the 13th minute. 2-0. Very much deserved, this win. Very, very much deserved. Very controlled win. Never at all looked like they were under, you know, too much pressure or panic, really. AC Milan didn't have any answers in the attack. Really missing Rafael Leão, of course. But still, you'd expect them to do a little bit better. To have a little bit more bite in the attack. But again, a credit to Inter's defense. And Inzaghi setting them up once again. Oh, it was the 8th and the 11th minute. Just to... correct myself there. But again, Inzaghi setting them up very well, both defensively and the attack was fluid. So all credit to Inter. Very, very well played. And all credit to the people who donated today, such as Fern Like the Tree, Muzai Records, Chandler Smith, Philippe Larivière, Jonathan Alanis. Enjoy the poutine, by the way, man. And Stephanie Myers, the legend of Stephanie Myers. Chandler Smith, I love you too, man. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you to the mods for coming through. Cynthia, all the way from the Algarve. Cynthia, enjoy. Say hello to the family for me as well, please. And other than that, I will see you guys in a video tomorrow going over this match. All right? Thanks, guys. Love ya.